And he said to her, I need a saw. A saw that will take out this blackness. So, what would you do if a child comes to you like this? Thank you.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, elected officials, members of our community, Wynne and Macintosh, civil servant, working really for our Ontario government, working for you, the people. One of the things I just want to focus on is really the education. My young daughter went through was in school, a young boy out in Brampton made fun of her skin color, so brown and black racism. And I remember going to the teacher about that issue, and she came up very defenseless in what to do. In fact, she kind of dismissed it. Didn't know how to respond. My daughter at the time was in grade 1. And when we talk about the issue of racism, it's like we don't have that problem in our school. They're too young to know about that anyways. And so my concern with brown and black racism that's happening, white and black racism, black on brown, whatever kind of racism, it happens young at the school system. And if we say that the education system is one that you can't talk about racism at a young age, we're in trouble. So my challenge, I do facilitation within the OPS when it comes to the issue of racism. I want to be in the school. I ask principals and they say, oh, we don't have it, it's not really important, or the teachers don't want to address it. I want to be able to go into the school and have a conversation like I had a conversation at my work. How can we make it happen? Because my black boy who's 4 years old knows what racism is. And so if he's 4 and he knows, that means they're not too young to have a conversation. Thank you.
So you speak French, so you know quand c'est des chalets dans de la communauté, I'll be using French and English really quickly. Je pense que de un, on a oublié qu'il y a plusieurs francophones qui sont des communautés racialisées. Je suis un peu excitée de voir que le gouvernement ontarien, soit disant un gouvernement bilingue, a oublié de mettre seulement un ordre du jour, mais a oublié d'apprécier la communauté qui a grande majorité de communauté de l'Europe. I'm a little shocked to see Jean Tory here. I'm not seeing him. It's really interesting because I was out in Tent City with a lot of people here. There were babies out there. And I'm wondering why you're piggybacking on Kathleen Wynne's. And you were so hot to talk to the media about how Black Lives Matter Toronto acted, and yet you are here and you can't even address us. What is going on? You are a coward. You are a coward. And that is embarrassing. When will you take the time to address the community, take the time to have your own community meeting for us to come and talk to you directly?
We have agreed that there will be a series of meetings, 3 series of meetings. This series put on by the province. In August, there are going to be consultation meetings on the police reform report that was put out last month. And and our meetings are to be held in September, and that has been communicated in writing by email to a number of organizations, including Black Lives Matter.
Didn't exist. We are here. Don't forget that. And there's a song that you wouldn't have heard of because apparently we don't exist. Apparently Tech City never happened. And so I'll sing it for you right here, and I'll ask that people here help me because you forget to mention names. And there's a song that goes, "Have you thought about?"
Agencies and its departments. Systemic racism is so deeply embedded in giving so many alibis, though, that simply tasking a small unit to write policy documents is unlikely to make real change. So that's one comment.
Good evening, everybody. My name is Miguel Avila. Thank you for coming tonight. The authority is Wynne. Michael Coteau, I see John Carver for the Ontario Federation of Labor. I see a lot of Panama there too. I live in Regent Park. This is my barrio. This is my neighborhood. I've been an activist since I was. Let me give you a brief story about my activism. I represent Toronto Crowd Watch. I started reporting members of the infamous organization called Callus. And Callus, yes. And I thank you so much that you haven't done to do somebody for Callus. Please keep going down, please. I started reporting in 2010 when a group of white police officers from Callus were abusing a few kids in my barrio, in my neighborhood. I started to report it, and I said to myself, I'm never going to come back. I'm never going to stop doing this because I hate police brutality. I hate crime perpetrated by members of those supposed to protect us, responsible police. It's a shame that they're walking away with crime. I mean, I know that in September there's a consultation coming to reform the police. But it's now the changes because what's happening in the States still will happen in Toronto. Trust me, this is going out of control. There are too many police officers killing innocent people. There was last Friday, a homeless man was shot and killed by members of the Toronto police. We don't know the name. Another interesting fact is we don't have the names of the police officers. Andrew Luku, for example, we don't know. They don't want to tell us who did it. So if they want us to trust them, please let us know who are the police officers. So I was going to say that when I started activism, I was a shop steward for the Canadian Union of Public Employees, UP. And I was betrayed, thrown under the bus because I was a minority member in executive committee. So shame on the unions. So when we're talking about changes, we have to hold accountable the unions as well. Yeah. You know your power rights, and it's not right, and you guys walk away, you train workers. Thank you so much. Good night.
Good evening to everyone. Good evening. I must bear with me. I just because I'm familiar in the field of politics, I saw follow the protocol in protocol. I like to. I'm glad here, and I'm glad to know that the premier is here, and the mayor is also here, and other invited distinctions. My name is Wynne Henderson. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so proud to see so many of my fellow ethnic groups are here. I came here, I would say, over 40 years ago. And I tell you this, when I was on the bus, I was the only black guy on the bus. When I was at university, sometimes I'm the only white guy, the black guy in the class. However, I am so happy tonight to see so many of us who are here and fighting for our cause. Because I would say it's a just cause. But I tell you one of the things that you have to go about, not to go about it, you have to be like what you call a lobby group. And I think because I'm familiar with politics, you all have the numbers and the support. But what you have to do is to put it in writing and have a good chance of meeting all the politicians who are in a position to make a difference. Because I tell you this, you have 3% of all people here at last. And you know what disturbs me and disturbs me very deeply is 10% of all youths are in prison. That is a sign that we are not going forward in life, and all youths going to live what's called a life of meaningless situation. The politicians, when they are elected, they are responsible not only to have a better life for a minority, but for a majority of people. Their job is to make sure that everyone in society have an equal opportunity to live a meaningful life. The premier is responsible, the mayor is responsible, and I tell you what, you should form a lobby group, get an office, and you can hold their feet to the fire for what you want to accomplish, make sure they are accomplished. Just talking and shouting is fine, but I tell you what, make sure it is black and white and you meet with the politician who make a decision for you. And I'm telling you to eat more. Whenever there is election, get involved in politics in this country here. Get involved in politics. If you want to make a difference, get involved with the people who you vote for. Let them know what you want out of life in this country. Because the youths, especially black youths, they must have certain things, not only going to school, but they should, when they leave school, they should have certain activities. Everything should be placed they should be able to play sports, meaningful activities in the community. They are responsible for writing all the proposals. The Indians who are here, they have the opportunity.
bullshit. Why are children excluded from their homes? Why only black and native people? Why are children's aides stealing clothes and taking their money and baby bonus? They do not let us speak. They do not listen when we do. I'm Sierra.
Hi, I'm Sierra. I just turned 18. And I just graduated from high school. How do we know that the school system is really helping our Black youth to graduate high school on time and not setting us up for failure? I need the ministry to give me power to make change, and I need the ministry to make change now with me.
Why are the police killing us? Why are they locking up the young black boys in the area? It's not fair. I'm fed up with my friends getting locked up. Thank you.
Greetings, everyone. I have permission to speak from my elders.
Yes.
Thank you. My name is Akua Walcott and work with the Harriet Tubman Community Organization. I try to talk right now and I feel like I can't quite catch my breath. And it's not because I ran over here and she saw I drove It's because I'm totally affected by how much passion there is in this room and all of your energy is touching me and mine is touching you. And for the amount of years that we have on this planet been the scourge of the earth and treated poorly, and also my recent experience is not just knowing that you don't get enough opportunity, but that people actively work to destroy your opportunity. There's a part of me that wants to put a sign on my chest that says, divinity lives here, and I will be divine, and I will be honored as the creator's being here on this planet. And I want to stand out on the street with that sign, and I've seen people with signs, and I've thought, oh, I don't know what's going on there, lights are on, and the lights on. But you know what? That's where I belong. Because when you finally wake up, when you finally get what is happening around you, that's the only place you can be. And when you get present to the level of hate that makes someone stand in the middle of a sacred anthem and say that your life is not that important because all lives matter. At this point, we always knew that all lives matter. All life matters. So for us to say that Black Lives Matter, and I support them, Harriet Tubman supports them, this is a real opportunity for our movement to move forward. And I'm sorry to capitalize on your moment, Black Lives Matter. I really am, but at the same time I have to speak because this has been in my heart for a long time, and in the hearts of our ancestors. So there's this thing that happens when I see young people walk into our center, and because it's African-centered, they say, oh, I can rest here, I can hang here, I can be at peace here. There's things that happen when you see a young child who swore last year say, I'm 5 this year, I can I come? Those things matter. These spaces that we create matter. And it also is an important thing to continue to expand what is needed for our community. This experience that I have of all the systemic discrimination, I will serve you but not you, I'll give you access to services but not you. This has got to stop. It is not your resource to do that with.
And stop tomorrow.
It needs to start today, but I can't wait till tomorrow. remember all of the remembrances of all the times past, all those that sit at the bottom of the Atlantic, all those that died before us unnamed, all of those that did the work that we never acknowledged. You know, every time we try to acknowledge our people and bring it forward, the United Nations has declared that this decade is recognition, support, the decade of African people, yes, but specifically recognition, support, and justice. But we have no justice. We have no justice until every single person gets that. You don't have to work from fear. You don't have to cover your ass. You don't have to make sure all the paperwork gets done. You have to recognize that people's lives matter in the stroke of the pen that you make. When you make a decision that is going to transform, it's going to say, okay, they won't get it this year. Then how many lives are you affecting? And you are sitting with your pen, creating death. Creating death.
Ladies and gentlemen, you distinguished folks over there, you look so uncomfortable. My name is Pete Howard, and I've been listening for a long time. The contrast was in existence. And I'd like to say first and foremost to Sister Benjamin Accord in the streets of us from way, way back. And when I say this, I want to express my sincere gratitude to the sisters, the ladies, the daughters, the brothers, the sons, who make Black Lives Matter. And I'm with you until the end, baby. Black Lives Matter. And it wasn't for Black Lives Matter, these folks from the here listening to us. And I want to say this, something that you all don't even know about. Race matters. Race matters in this town and all over the damn place. I spoke to a policeman who told me that he's glad his mother is white, and his father's father is white. Because if I was black, I'd commit suicide. Because the thing that you folks have to go through, that's why you commit suicide. I'm here to tell you that this has been going on too long. Your police, and you can get in there just in the squad to come to burn the house down. Your police is racist. Your police is racist. When you pick up a black man and take him to the hell around the 51, and you put him in there, and because he don't sign a paper he wants you to sign, and you said, put him in the fire, say to him, listen, I said, I'm like people. Yes. When you pick up a black man, you're looking for somebody 6'2", and you pick up somebody 5'5". What is that? Where are you going? Where are you coming from? Where do you work? If you drive a car that looks too expensive in their eyes, which is owned by the finance company, you know. As an advocate, let me speak, baby. As an advocate, the police don't like black people. There is no love lost because you should like them either. When a black woman is associating with a white man, you know what they say? The white man is teaching her some culture, some class. But when a white girl associated with a black guy, they say she's a black garbage bag. You can't do that. You're talking about your own daughter. Now, another thing that you folks don't know about is that when you send your kids to school, started contest and I went up to stop. Do you know that the police go to the school and collect those photographs of the kids that you call picture day, and we rag those kids and rag them to the ground? 13-year-old boy, they know when to pick them up, and when they turn around at 17, they can't get no jobs because you still got to go back to the police, get a piece of paper. They say, no to the police. By the way, I'm known to the police. I am known to the police. Like I can start talking about it today. Mayor Torres' best friends is the police. And the other police chief is black only color. Now, the bosses of the police is John Tory, Mr. Privilege Dudley, Mr. Pubic, and the head of the police union. So don't think that you're safe in this place and racism is not here. It's here, and please tell your kids to respect the police because they will shoot them. I love you all. Black Lives Matter, and respect those sisters out there who are doing things that the rest of the community leaders are ashamed to do because they get money from the government.
And I do support Black Lives Matter. I do support the anti-Black racism that wins. I do support the council. And I think coming here filled with emotion because at the top of my mind is the inquest, the sentencing inquest. All of our babies who died. There's nothing that we could do today that could ever bring back what happened to our children. Nothing. The only thing we can do is we can hope for and work towards us moving forward together. I would like to see, and we're talking about recommendations, what I would like to see is for the ministry to review the $322 million that was allocated for mental health services. When I went to that meeting and was asked to be removed after using my critical voice, I noticed that white privilege in that room never spoke. There was no people of African Canadian heritage at that table. And me, the only black voice, asked to move. Leave the space. Leave the space. And you know what? And I sat there quietly. They said, I'm sorry, but you weren't invited. I think that we need to revisit that. We need to revisit the funding allocation for the Children's Aid Society, the funding allocation for mental health, the funding allocation to the police, the funding allocations to the OECAS, because I believe that the OECAS is actually an extension of the Children's Aid Societies. And we're funding them right now. From my dollars, I have a problem with that because there are certain things that they're doing that I'm not in agreement with. They've had over 100 years to get it right. I believe that the dollars, there should be reallocation of those fundings that are currently available, and that it should be going directly to Black-run, owned, and governed agencies within our community. In addition, I'm also looking at, within Children's Aid Societies, the ability for us to evaluate each one of the Children's Aid Societies. I would like for us as community members to be at the table as we're condensing the Children's Aid Society, because there are individuals from within child welfare that do not have our community's best interests at heart. And suspecting that our national collapse of the Children's Aid Society, I do not believe it's going to work in our best interests. And while we collapse the Children's Aid Society, we also have to look at what services are being put towards the communities. I have individuals right now who are on my caseload, like I mentioned before, and where our children are forced to go through a tribunal, our families and children are forced to go through a legal tribunal if they do not agree with the Children's Aid Society decision. As we go to that tribunal, they neglect to tell us that none of our families will have legal representation as they're going through. I'm actually right there now fighting for the legal representation. So instead of putting my energies towards the services and the therapy for the children and the families so that they can stay together, I'm fighting a much bigger system. I'm fighting double duty, not triple duty. I'm now fighting child welfare. I'm fighting the legal aid system, and I'm fighting for the children and the families to stay together. And at this point in time, what does that leave? That means Children's Aid Society is going to get away with murder. They're gone for the children. There's nothing I could do. There's nothing that I can do to look and say, you know what, guys, I've got this. And I'm holding them all back so that they can stay away from the families. We need funding now. I can't wait another day for children to be apprehended. Not one more day. Thank you.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Marcia, and I'm here tonight to speak with my not-so-new Premier, Kathleen, and Mayor John Ford. As you see, this thing that I'm wearing, I have been living 11 years of hell going through the justice system. We all know that this justice system was not formed for us, but against us. And in the 21st century, I still didn't believe that we would be going through all these things. I am so thankful for the Black Lives Matter youths, because they are so courageous in galvanizing a whole, it's like an international community. And we are actually piggybacking on them, because I think this is the first kind of forum that we have seen, and this is because of them. They realize that change is not given. We take it. Because nobody wants it. I am here to say I have been fighting the insurance industry for 11 years. And I know my Premier has the power to do something about it, because it's corrupted, there are liars, and I'm telling you, as a Black person, the first thing they see is blackness. And even though I have fought tooth and nail with them, I've written 5 letters to Honourable Charles Sosa, nothing. I've written to the lawyers, I've written to the doctors. The whole justice system needs to come into the 21st century and leave from the more than 400 years of slave system. I am tired of it. I'm tired of fighting a fight that I am losing because my representatives are not listening to us and are not interested in doing anything to help the Black and brown people or even the Aboriginal people of this nation. And tonight, I am here to ask you, I want justice, and I want to see the lawyers, the doctors, the insurance industry. It's not too long ago that they met, but nobody included us in any of these things when we are meeting. No accident victim, no Black people, just the lawyers, maybe the Premier, I'm not sure, but I know they always, they're the ones who how you say what is needed for us. Now, in that accident, both my shoulders were partially dislocated, TMJ, both my hips, both my toes, my back, lower and upper back, cervical spine, and nothing. You know, when they terminate my benefits, you know what they wrote in insurance? The first thing they wrote that I'm from a certain country. Then they wrote, when asked
what's the status of the person functioning. That's the gas scale. They use a code, and it says mine was 69. Other doctors gave me 55. It says that I will speak. Then it says I have the personality of a spitfire. My interpretation was, oh, I have the delusion, I'm the delusion of grandeur illusion, and I have the proclaimed propensity to steal. That is how my benefits were terminated. Yeah, I want to know. Pardon me? Oh, sorry. So I want to know, what are you going to do? There are some doctors that are being paid to deny black people or brown people benefits. They're paid thousands of dollars, and when they call us for this assessment, 5 and 10 minutes, and push us out of the office, and they get paid. And you charge people who are treating people for fraud. But what about the doctors, insured doctors, who are doing the same thing? Nobody is doing anything about it. And I want something to be done because I want my life back. And these doctors, I want to go before them and answer. The lawyers are not helping because the justice system doesn't belong to us. It was not founded for us, but against us. So right now, nobody is dealing with it. And I'm sick of it. So I am asking you to do something about it. And I would like you to get in touch with you. And my file is very hot, and I need something to be done about it. Thank you very much.
Okay, so before the next speaker, I just want to read another comment for you.